Hey everyone, so just an apology again for the wheel noise in the last video. Apparently some people were not a fan of it. There's going to be more of that again in this one, especially because this is the event number 2 of the AutoFlux minigames, hatchback versus liftback. We're going to be going to the East Coast USA, going on a street course, and the first car that's going to be going is the Panther Circle Sport. So I have done this course in a showcase before, so you may have seen it if you've been with the channel for a while. Our best time on that was a 1-minute lap. What I'm going to be doing though is I'm just going to be doing one lap over and over again. No rolling starts or anything like that. Not yet, at least. We're going to do one with the rolling start and then one without, depending on time. But we'll start without, just so you can get an idea of what's going on with this one. Actually, I did try both of these cars already, just a bit of a practice with them. And they're both around this range. I was able to get 113, 110, so pretty good on my leaderboard, all things considered. Let's go ahead and jump into it though. Alright, here we are on the track. So some things to know about this track: it is very tight, it is city streets, and there are curbs, which are incredibly dangerous, and they also put obstacles on the track as well. So this is going to be fun. I'll go through it once with you, and then we'll try it with some serious speed, because I am very sure that this is going to be an interesting disaster for us as we try to venture through this. Now, I'm going to point out here there are cones as well. They are physics objects. That doesn't mean they'll be light on you in terms of physics though. And yeah, there are a lot of other obstacles as well, including a jump, which is right here on the track. Now, the actual track itself is not too long, but it does have a lot of these sharper turns, especially this one here coming up, which is, again, quite sharp. And again, I'm sorry about the wheel noise, but that is unfortunately what we have to deal with here. It is a very pretty track though. The hay bales are definitely something to watch out for, and then coming in here you really have to hit the brakes because this is a full 90-degree, very tight corner. And then I'm struggling with this one a lot, but you have to move up inside, and then we're going to be taking an alleyway down at the end of here, so it's a big S turn. That box thankfully doesn't have any physics, and then we'll take a bit of a beating, but we just need to cross the line, and that's a 1:09 run. So not too bad. We'll go a few more times, and as you can see, that's number 9 on the leaderboard currently. Alright, this time I'm going for some serious speed. Around some of the corners in particular, I know I can do better, especially that one where there's a very swift left-hander. I'll show you that one in a bit. We'll be near it quite soon. Now this section here, ooh, yeah, I'm having issues with this part. Alright, attempt number 3 of this video. Let's see if I can do any better than what I was doing before. I'm just gonna immediately go up into second there, and then kind of just floor it through this part. Now, coming around this one corner is, as I just demonstrated, pretty dangerous. So we're gonna slow down just a little bit and try and take it a touch wider, and then we'll just fly on in there. That works pretty nicely for me. Now, off of this jump, again, is a dangerous section. Thankfully, I haven't had too many issues with that. I remember in the showcase, I did have a few. Ooh, not even close to hard enough on the brakes there, but that does give us a good entry into this corner here, which, if you turn enough, can be a pretty fast corner. That's probably one of the fastest corners in this entire track, because coming up again, we're at that slow section, can't speak anymore. Okay, we really have to hammer on the brakes and then glide on in here, try to dodge the curbs because they are, again, incredibly dangerous. Up into third gear here, or actually fourth gear. I guess I'm a bit too high in the gears overall. But down again, bit of a knock, and that pretty much ruined it. I'm gonna finish the run anyway despite that collision, and we got a 1:15.999. Alright, this lap so far going pretty decently. I'm just gonna be cutting off the boring sections here, and let me see if I can just demonstrate how to do this corner properly. There we go, and up on the curb. Okay. Apparently we're going into somebody's yard. Well, 1:09 still stands as my best time yet. Hoping to beat that, of course. We'll see if I'm able to do it, though. Definitely struggling to get any faster than that. I'm trying to be aggressive, and I mean, aggressiveness will work out sometimes, but not always. Coming around some of these corners, I'm doing better than I was, but I have yet to make it to the end of the track. I just keep crashing before I can get there. Alright, made it to the S section here. Let's see if I can do that final little alleyway bit in this car well. I know I have been able to do it pretty well with the front-wheel drive car just in my testing, but this one, I don't know, it just evades me in terms of doing that section without crashing into walls. No idea why that is though, it just is. Alright, down into third, and oh, a clean way to get through there. Really crank on it. 107. Who cares what happens to it after it gets hit? 107 is pretty decent. Well, my last run was going well until I did this to myself, so I think it's time that I tried the other car. 107 though, that's going to be a hard time to beat. Well, welcome to the Trig trifecta. This one is front-wheel drive, inline 4 turbo, so we should be able to see a bit of a different style to this car. That last one, being able to do a 107 on a standing start, is pretty decent. Now we will try the rolling start as well after this, just to give this car, I guess, a little bit more of an advantage, just because it doesn't have to accelerate. Like, it has a disadvantage in terms of acceleration being front-wheel drive. It is a bit lighter, but it's not enough lighter to make that much of a difference. Oh, goodness. And my driving is still as bad. Well, through the hay bale section, it appears that we are slightly pulling to one side, and I just lost a mirror on a hay bale, so that was really darn close there. Goodness. Well, this is the polar opposite of the track that I tested these cars on originally. They are definitely not meant to be handling something so tight and so dangerous. Like, this car especially is pretty low, so these curbs are just deadly. Alright, my first lap, a very scruffy one, and the wheel agrees that was a 110. Alright, let's see if I can do better than that. This car has just like the loudest pops ever, and trust me, I did not do that on purpose. That's just something that's coming with automation cars these days. No idea why though. Okay, we lost a mirror on a pole there, but that is probably the fastest time I have ever done that section in. That was ridiculously quick. Over the jump we go, down into 5th gear, we don't really need it. Okay, I have been very aggressive so far and pretty much not caring even slightly about how the car turns out in terms of condition. But we do have to be careful around these parts here, just because it is a very dangerous little section with all the curbs, with the bumps, and with this final alleyway. Goodness, I have failed so many runs already on it. 105, come on car. 107.9, oh my goodness, that is really close. Okay, one more try and we'll do the rolling start, but let's see. So the Panther's time is here. It is 107 basically on the dot, with a couple decimal places there. This one is 107.9, so that is close, but it's not good enough. It's very close though, that is quite good. Let's give it one more shot and then we'll go ahead to the rolling start. Oh my goodness, that's 2 runs in a row that I've spoiled on this darn intersection here. I just want to finish the lap. My goodness, but that was going to be a really solid time. One more try. That's all I'm going to give it, but goodness, this car is so much better at handling than the other one. Let me demonstrate. I say so much better at handling just as I crunch the car up against a wall, but you know what? This car is amazing in terms of it. Just driving this section here, I think you'll be able to see. You can really toss it. Oh, straight into a pole. I don't know how I'm able to do it at this speed, but that section is very, very fast with this car. And just this whole first section in general is quite quick. Unfortunately though, the back alley is super tough. It is just way too difficult. I'm struggling a lot, but I'm gonna try it. A cone out in the middle of the alley. How could this happen? Oh goodness, the game is trying to throw this run as well. Come on car, you got this. Couple of curbs in the way. No big deal. We just have to hit this at the right angle. And for that, I'm gonna go a little bit slower, but actually do it. Oh, 103, 105.6, oh my goodness. Well, that was insane. That was really tough. 105.603, that is very fast. Goodness. Okay, let's try it with a rolling start, and we'll go again with this car, and we'll see what I can do with it. Well, it looks like we start down here, so that's not really much of a rolling start. But let's give it a try anyways. I guess we're peeling it up the hill, but we can't really do much because it's still a very sharp right-hand turn into there. I mean, I guess we are moving, but that's really all the difference that makes. I'm wondering if the lap time is going to be any better, though. So far, so good. It seems like if you want to go faster here, you have to lift off. You still be in fourth, and then you can just hammer it through like that. Massive understeer, but hey, it works. Oh goodness, this section once again is bringing me down, but I'm not going to give this car too many more chances because I gave it more chances on the first round. We'll give that second car a couple more goes on this section with the running start. See if I can do any better. Oh goodness, every single time. That is a 105.506. Is that the same time I got last time? Because goodness, that was pretty good. Alright, on to the next car. Alright, starting off in this car. Now, I haven't been showing much of the gameplay, mostly just because I'm worried about the wheel noise, and I feel like I'm kind of limited because of the wheel noise as well, mostly because I don't want to make too many clicks, I don't want to make too many noises. I definitely need to improve my mic setup in general, especially for this. Oh, we're understeering, and we flipped over. Every time I go around this corner, it just does not want to. But there we go, finally got around it with some speed. Goodness, that understeer is too powerful for me. Okay, you really do have to get on the brakes with this wheel setup, again like I mentioned in the last video, but I'm not going to remove the rubber stopper, I'm just going to use it as intended. I'd rather not modify it. I prefer to just get used to it rather than change it. Okay, coming around this corner, let's see if we can do any better in this section than we did before. Hopefully we can. We'll just cut that corner just a little bit like I did with the other car. I don't think this is going to be as fast a time, but I will try my best. Goodness, here we go. And 104.9. Oh no. Whew, that was fast. Goodness. Well, I think I might be done here. That was a pretty good run. So that is it for this event. It's another double event, so there'll be 6 total if you're keeping track. Next time is going to be fuel economy. It's going to be good. I'm interested to see what these cars will do. We'll try to do a more realistic fuel economy setting. We might even use cruise control, I don't know. Something to mix it up so it's not just full throttle like I was doing before. So yeah, the Trig won the first event and the Panther won the second. It's good to see that the Trig is actually winning something. But again, we'll see how they do in the fuel economy challenge tomorrow. It'll be interesting. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to let me know what you thought of this challenge, what you thought of all the wheel noise, what you thought of everything in general. As usual, I've got some people I need to thank. We've got Canadian Steel, Slow Fried Chicken 69, Overlord, Dr. Ivo, That Riced Out Explorer, Justin, and QT Bear. Also, that most random person, thank you so much for your support. Appreciate all of you. And yeah, thank you for joining up with me. By the way, I was thinking, and I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but maybe I could sing your names. That could be kind of fun. Anyway, if enough people are interested, I might actually do that. I'll see you again tomorrow.